Hey, how's it going? So I'm just kind of sitting here and somehow I was trying to get like the phone hooked up. I have this old monitor here that I've had for 7 or 8 years, maybe 8, I don't know, not 9 years or so. And over the years, you know, all these monitors and the DVD players and the TVs, they all have this USB drive, okay, that you can use to like set things up and stuff. And I used to like try to use it to like hook up the computer or even like the phone or something. And so like if you had a TV or like a monitor, you didn't have cable television, you couldn't get cable television or whatever. You ended up like using the USB port with all the computer and stuff. And now like, you know, the USB, I don't know anyway, basically I can't really do anything on this monitor with the USB port anymore, except use a flash drive. And so I just sort of was like, why don't I just use what it says? It says insert USB flash drive. So that's what I did here. So I got the USB flash drive, okay, and that's me and Christine in New York City. And I think here we got all the info on it. So it says December 1st, 2007. It doesn't give the location, but, you know, it's got like the JPG file and the resolution there. I guess the resolution is 2816 by 2112. You know, it's a 2.1 megabyte file. And, you know, it was in December 1st, 2001. We must have gone, I think back then, in 2007, there were like holiday Christmas parties. Like when I moved to New York, you know, and I got a job or whatever, you know, we had like a Christmas party, and so, you know, it was kind of like, I don't know how it happened or whatever. I somehow like was on an airplane or something and watched this show about New York or whatever. And somehow, I don't know, I sort of, you know, decided to not take a break from work, but sometimes when people move to New York City or they get a new job out of college or whatever, they're like all focused on school, not school, but like work or whatever. And so I'd met Christine. There was what we used to call a Belgian beer bar in Queens, and she lived like right near there. And so I was supposed to go like mountain biking the next day, and somehow I went out there and I met her, and I was like, wow, she seems really nice, and, you know, this seems kind of cool, and, you know, and so anyway, we started dating. I can't remember when that was, but I think this was her holiday Christmas party. She had a job with like I think a school or education group in New York, and I'll see if I can get us both in this. I think I can rotate this a little bit. I mean, 2007, you know, was so long ago, but so yeah, let me see if maybe I'll turn this. Shoot, I pressed the wrong button on there. There we go. I'll move the soda out. Oh, I gotta rotate the phone. So anyway, so yeah, so that was us. We dated for a few months or whatever, and it was kind of fun. You know, we were out. You know, I'd gotten a sweater there. I think that was a black Lacoste sweater, and I think she gave me that. She gave me the black Lacoste sweater. I had it for a few years. And so let's see what are the other photos we have. Let's see. I'm sort of like my view is sort of blocked here, but let's see how else we use this. We'll go to, let's see. Sometimes I get the buttons wrong here. Okay. Browse photos. Okay, so we'll go to the up folder. And here's the train. There's the subway. You know, this is kind of what the subway has. Back then it looks like they were doing the Chinese New Year here. This is the same day. We must have gone out and done something. I mean, that was sort of the thing about New York. You had, interesting people all over the place. Exchange Place was the subway stop, and it was just kind of nice, kind of interesting. You'd see just kind of different people there. Okay, so let's try to go to let's see. Oh, that's the next photo. Okay, so I hope there's no wrong photos on here. I don't think there are. Just different people like moving around. There's me. I had some shoes. I bought some, anyway. And here comes the train. It's got WTC on it, and different people from everywhere. Exchange Place. Here's Christine. She looks so good. Sometimes we had a really fun, a fun night out or something. We'd go to a restaurant or something. So sometimes though things weren't as safe as we would have liked, or one of us would get depressed or upset, or we'd get sick or something. So. We must have gone out that night, gone out to dinner. So, here's I guess we must have gone to Caroline's that night. I don't even remember that. Maybe Daniel Tosh was doing a comedy show, and I must have heard his comedy on I don't think he had a TV show then or not, but I somehow said, I want to get tickets to go see this comedian because he had done something on the Comedy Central show. And, he talked about different, a lot of different things or something. So I think we went to Caroline's that night, and I think he was the performer, but I don't remember it looking exactly like that. So, okay, so that's all those photos from that day. Go exit. We'll do the up folder again. That's we'll go to the 10th of December. We'll do all December. Okay, so the 10th. Okay. Oh, no, maybe that's October. We'll do 17. I don't have any photos from there. Okay. Okay, how about, okay, well, we took a trip to Belize. Sorry, this remote ends up working on the Roku. I don't exactly know why that is either. I'm trying to turn this off, but somehow this is activating the Sanyo TV and the on Roku soundbar. This is Insignia. They shouldn't really have any cross issue there. So here, I'm not going to show this one. Christine obviously was sick or not feeling well. But here's Belize. We went down there to Belize. I can't remember the name of this, but this was like a Mayan temple or ruins down there. I don't think technically it was ruins, but it's supposed to be very old. This was in June of 2008, and I'll kind of go. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning, just so beautiful. I mean, the grass was so green, and we met this guy at this nature preserve named, I think his name is Shane, and he took us around. I mean, I couldn't believe, what this, place looked like. It was on the mainland of Belize, because a lot of the vacationers and stuff go to I guess they call them Keys, but they're spelled K or Caye, and there's kind of a long one in Belize where a lot of the people that go, scuba diving go to and stuff. But if you go to the mainland, it connects with some of the other Central American countries. I think Guatemala, there's a border with Guatemala, and anyway, but we went to this. He was sort of our guide for a day or two. But I mean, you could climb up there, and it just looks like so beautiful. And it was getting warm, June. By the end of June, it was pretty hot. So Shane over here is on the left. He had like a relationship with howler monkeys, and so he grew facial hair, and he would I think he said that he talked or communicated with the howler monkeys at the reserve where he worked, and And so here he is talking to Christine, and I mean, he was actually pretty nice. There, I don't know what he's reading there. It looks like he's reading a brochure of something, and that's the Belize. He was into ecotourism, and this must have been 12 years ago or so. So, and then this is all up here, and it just, I mean, I can't believe how good that looks. At the time I bought a camera to go traveling, like with Christine, and it looks so good, and I mean the photos were like really clear, and it was a lot of fun. There's Shane, and they're out. I don't remember them being out there like that, but oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm rotating it. I didn't mean to rotate it. I want to get this. Let's see this info off there, but anyway, we'll just leave that there. So, oh man, enter rotates up or down. See, if I go exit, see, I exit. I didn't mean to exit. I'm trying to get that anyway. That info off there, but okay. Anyway, okay. So we'll just she's out here, going out here, and she's got the So I mean, it's just, I mean, if you look at this area though, I mean, it is like a ruins or temples, Come on. Oh, wow. That looks really good. Okay. That looks really good right there. They've got kind of this walkway up the side so you can climb up there. And then here are the howler monkeys. So you couldn't believe this. I'm rotating it, sorry. The howler monkeys would come down here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the view bar off. But okay, so the howler monkey comes down. And he's he's looking at us, and then he holds his hand out. He had like either banana or plantain. And there's Christine holding her hand out. That howler monkey is like coming right down there. And he reaches right down there. I mean, the hands of the howler monkey are like so strong. Oh my gosh, man. I mean, you could not believe that. She's it comes right down, reaches, grabs that, that banana, that, whatever it was, fruit or plantain. And the howler monkey will look like, right at you and everything. Goes right back up there. I mean, it just looks so clear. It's so nice. That's up close. Right there. I mean, the grip of even just that smaller hand. Right there. I mean, that's the face. His face. I think he or she face very like it all of a sudden becomes like very serious, I mean, just very serious. That face. I don't know if you can see that there. And that's that hand. That's how strong that hand is right there. I can't believe she's just smiling right there. Like, oh my gosh, It's just sort of an interesting kind of pretty flower right there. And that actually was a what I thought was a puma print in the mud. We walked down this area with Shane, and all of a sudden I see this cat. I think that's a cat print which I thought was a puma, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I didn't think I could go much farther on that walk. When I saw that footprint right there, I thought, oh my gosh, that's a really large cat, you know, and that looks like a fresh paw print. I just couldn't believe that. And there's a couple of them right here, and I just thought, wow, are we going down this path the right way? Because the path was sort of off over here, off over on the other side or whatever. Here's me and Christine, and we got our travel pants on, and I think that was a shirt, like a volunteer shirt from the company I worked with in New Jersey. I had a hat on that would sort of keep the rain off or whatever. I can't believe we must have somehow stepped onto the steps there. I don't know how we decided to do that. I somehow thought we wouldn't go inside because there's a rope kind of chain or wire, not a wire, I think it's a chain or something there. I don't exactly remember how we got there. Here's the larger picture of it when this thing goes away. Man, there, it's just so large there, And I don't know what type of animal this was. Somehow we were there. It was kind of in the parking lot area of somewhere. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put this, this little animal." She said, "Okay, I'll pet it or whatever." And it did not want to let go of her shoulder. I remember that. It just kind of went right on her shoulder, and then it didn't really want to let go of her shoulder very much. We'll see if the other people are in the photos, or if I'll come back to them or not. It's just so large here, There was a couple other... Oh, okay, she's not feeling well there. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we saw these. Let's go exit. And we'll try to go to... Let's go to here, 28. Oh, okay, yeah, this was on the way there. This is sort of when we got there. Sort of like arriving. We stayed kind of in this hotel. We were just sort of goofing around there and stuff. Okay, so here we went to this restaurant. This restaurant, man, I'll show you this building. This was kind of a nice building here. We go to this restaurant. Oh, that's a gecko right there. Sort of like either a salamander or a gecko right on that tiki torch. I don't know if you can see it right there. How did we get that photo? Wow, that's right there. I couldn't believe that. That gecko and salamander was right there. I don't know what else we're taking a photo of here. But we went to this restaurant. And they had like, I don't know if it was Jamaican, but it was jerk chicken that was spicy, and they brought out basically a pourable dish of the spicy chutney or whatever. It got so hot so quick. I don't really remember how hot the spice was on that jerk chicken, but it was definitely hot spice wise. Here's us in the hotel right there. There's a really nice hotel. I think it's called the Princess or the Prince Hotel. It's normally for like the cruise ships that come in right there in Belize City. We'd kind of gotten into it. We were just taking some kind of goofy photos and stuff. Like, can't believe we're there, Here's oh, she's serious. That's the airport. I can't remember what airport that was. Must have been maybe, I don't know. I thought maybe Florida or somewhere, but maybe it was in Texas. I don't really remember. There's the airplanes and, you know, American Airlines, and we got there, felt pretty good, and I got to stop there on this set, but I'm going to go to, let's see, it's hard to know what the organization, oh, where were we going here? Okay, I'll just go through these. This looks like, I think this was at Newark Airport. Newark Airport was kind of this like great airport, but it was harder to get to from New York City as opposed to, you know, JFK or LaGuardia. Looks like she was an avid reader. She read a lot of books. And so here, you know, here we're having the coffee, and maybe, I guess somehow we were going to LaGuardia, but I could have sworn that I thought this was, anyway, I guess I thought this was Newark, but it looks like it's LaGuardia. I don't know why that is. It looks like, I thought we were in Newark. We're having some yogurt, you know, before we go on the vacation, you know. So, you know, you got the newsstands and the people traveling, and okay, I think that's the end of those. Okay, we'll go to the up folder here. We'll go to the 22nd. I think this is just moving around and stuff. She's brushing her teeth, and here I'll show her sister, and you know, we had to move apartments, stuff like that. She's just brushing her teeth in the morning or whatever. Maybe it was in the evening. Maybe it was before we went traveling. I don't know. She's was out walking her dog, and her sister Audrey, and that's her boyfriend at the time, Matt. I think they got married, so he was like into technology, computers and stuff. That was her dog. Her dog. She had a pug that was real nice. I somehow took some of these photos with kind of the blurriness. I was kind of into it for a while, you know. I was like, oh, I take kind of some of these like blurry photos, you know. Anyway, I think that's the end of that one there. Okay, so we'll go to the 13th. I don't know if this is a specific month or day. Let's see. She got sick here, so I don't really want to spend too much time on there. Okay, so exit. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Menu. See, I'm trying to go back there. Okay, we'll go to the up folder. Is that the 13th? Yeah, everybody sometimes got sick a little bit. We'll go to the 7th. Okay, so here's just her dog. You know, that was kind of, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone who has a dog, you know, you sort of, oh, you know, here's the dog, you know, kind of a nice dog, so. Dogs are kind of good, you know. Sometimes if you're gonna oversleep from work or whatever, somehow, you know, you got to wake up. The dog's got to go for a walk. The dog in an apartment, dog's always got to go to the bathroom outside or whatever. You got to make sure to come home early to feed the dog or whatever. This is kind of my table, and I don't know. I guess you had an older phone there. I think that was the Sliver phone, and some type of alarm clock. Got my desk fan, a desk lamp, some books to study, and some printed papers to read. You got your stapler. I think that was the camera connector right there. You got a timer to cook for a cooking timer, and you got some type of puzzle cube thing over here, and just regular kind of desks to do stuff in. Yeah, see, there's the dog Sammy. Sammy jumping all over Christine in the morning, waking her up. Dogs give so much love to their to their owners and stuff. So that was kind of the apartment. I don't know. Should I get anyway? Okay, so that's this. Let's see. We'll go to two. I'll go to 18. She wasn't feeling well there in the morning. After maybe this is kind of some fun. Oh, this is kind of fun. I think it was a birthday. We'll do this. So, okay, yeah. So that's the bathroom. The bathroom, we kind of had to clean the bathroom and everything. So this is kind of some of the old stereo equipment I had. I kept it since high school. I eventually got, had to get rid of it, I think it was Sammy's birthday. I think she did a birthday party for her dog. Her sister came over, her sister's boyfriend came over. So, I had my bikes there that I try to go, ride my bikes and stuff, go mountain bike. I had a mountain bike and a road bike I got from my brother-in-law. So I could try to, go mountain biking or ride around when I lived in New York City. When I moved out, this is in Queens. We lived in Queens, off the Astoria stop on the train, and by that beer garden or whatever. Let's see if I can change. Yeah, there we go. So that was kind of one of the things. You move in together. You don't live in Manhattan, you live in Queens, and, here's the remote. I was able to get, I paid for cable television for, however many months we lived there, so. I had this shirt. It was one of the things I bought. I didn't buy that many clothes for myself, but I was reading the newspaper or something, the New York Weekly or something. There was a guy, I forgot his name, he was down in the Lower East Side. He had a t-shirt company, and it was the New York Giants, New York, and I don't know if it was basically anything, but it was a New York thing. It was kind of like a wordogram, basically, thing, and I went down there, I don't know, somehow I had $25 or $30. I bought the t-shirt. So I kind of like the red, yellow, and black. I thought it looked kind of good. So it fit well initially, and then I guess it kind of shrunk a little bit. I don't know, she was goofing around, putting the 3 hats on or whatever. Okay, so we'll go out of that, and then we'll go to, let's see, let's go to the top folder. We'll go to 2008. That's just me sitting at the table. Oh, see, she's angry here. So I don't know. I got a Wii video game console. So here's me just, I don't know. It must have been maybe that's Sammy. I was trying to maybe get a photo of Sammy or something. So here's the bathroom again, and then here's angry. She was angry there. I don't know. She was angry, funny, joking around. I guess we took a selfie in the mirror there. I don't know. I guess at that time, it was before all the total iPhone selfies and stuff, and so somehow I guess we started taking selfies. I guess we were kissing there or whatever. So here's me. I was joking around on the. Oh no, I was joking around making a phone call. Maybe the iPhone I thought the iPhone had been out by then. I don't know. Let's see. I thought. Let me see. I'm trying to see if that's the iPhone. Let me see. Just a minute. That goes away. Maybe it wasn't my phone. Maybe it was her phone. I thought she had an iPhone. I don't know. Anyway, maybe it was my old phone or something. Here's Sirius playing the Wii. I think I posted this photo to Facebook. It's like, oh, you're playing the old Mario games and stuff, and Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo and everything. So I somehow had grown a beard while I was working, and not much of a beard, just a smaller, just a lighter beard or whatever. Let's see, up folder, top folder. Let's see, 9. We got those. Up folder 8, 2008. Up folder 2007. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much some of the photos. I mean, I had saved a lot of other photos, but 2007. Okay, let's go to the up folder. Let's go to the 10. Let's go to December 31st. Oh, okay. Let's do the up folder. Let's do the day before. Okay, we'll do up folder. We'll do the 29th. Up folder 19th. Nothing there. Up folder 18th. Nothing there. Up folder 17th. Nothing there again. 3rd. There's Sammy the dog. Okay, so up folder 2. Oh, here's Daniel Tosh. See, he was having a good night in New York at that comedy, and somehow I said, somehow he's standing outside. We go outside. I'm like, oh man, I want to get a photo. He's like, all right, So he was in a good mood, and it was good that night. It was fun. He was a good comedian, I thought. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. We'll go forward here. Oh, it snowed. It had snowed in New York. Here's me sleeping. I was tired. Christine took Sammy out for a walk in Queens, because when it snowed in New York, everybody kind of talked about it a little bit. That was the street, in Queens. You can see. We went out into New York that night. Okay, let's see. We'll go back. We'll change that. I guess that's the photos from there. Okay, up folder. Let's go to 17. Oh, this is sort of on the subway. Oh, I think I was being goofy with Irina. Not Irina, sorry, Christine. I was doing a weird kiss lick here. I'll show you that. Somehow it was kind of a weird night on the train. I don't know what happened. You're in your. I wasn't in my 20s. I was in my. Maybe I was turning 30, or I don't know. They were younger, in their 20s. We were being goofy on the train, and I think maybe I tried to. I must have tried to lick. I probably went to try to kiss her or something, and maybe she said no or something. I don't exactly know. What that was or whatever. But, sometimes when you went out, you'd be kind of like, do kind of these goofy type things and stuff. Okay, let's see. 22. Let's see, 22 here. Oh, okay, that's her mom. Her mom was real nice. They visited, and Audrey lived like on the other side of the subway. The subway was above ground there, but it was in the same area, neighborhood or whatever. They rented close to Christine and stuff, and so that's her dad. I remember her dad, Charles. I played tennis with Charles when I visited Christine in California. And they must have made a pie. I don't know. I didn't. Okay, we'll go to, let's see, 14 here. Oh yeah, this is more of the party stuff that we did. I actually like showing this. Let's see. This was a big popular place, Serendipity 3. I don't actually remember going there for dessert or anything. Here's sort of one of those nights with the, sort of the, you take sort of the photos like that. Blocking her face and stuff. Here, I was wearing a sweater vest, and that was her Christmas party. All the people that she worked with there, and this was Robert. I remember Robert. Robert was her coworker, and I don't remember. I think he got married to her. I think they had kids, and they lived in Queens as well, but in a different area. I can't remember, but he was nice and very professional, like working and stuff like that. And they were nice. He was friends with Christine and they all worked in New York, not in finance, not in finance in New York. It was kind of cool. I don't remember the other people that worked with her. It was fun. It was a fun Christmas party. It was kind of fun. That's why the Christmas parties in New York were a lot of fun, because everybody kind of knew each other. I mean, the ones I went to ones that were for in the banking and finance, but sometimes people that work together a lot in kind of a different type of work environment. That was her friend Sayard. We did a couple things with her husband and her Sayard. She was kind of goofing around there. There's me goofing around. Yeah, it was him, and they were a couple. We did a couple things with them, as sort of like friends. I think they lived in Brooklyn, I think. Oh no, I messed that up. Let's see, photos. People were dancing later at night. And let's see, I don't remember where Serendipity 3 was, but we'll go back to let's see, we'll go exit. Okay, so we'll go to 16 here. This was the other party that wasn't part of the company party. I had a couple friends, people that I knew where I worked, and a guy named, so it's a guy who's from, I thought, Atlanta, named Jared. Jared was from Atlanta, and he had a group of friends that kind of moved to New York. There was Jared and Samil and Brian, and so I worked at Goldman Sachs in New Jersey, and Jared worked at Goldman Sachs but transferred to Jersey, and he and his friends rented this apartment in the Seaport area, and it was this pretty interesting apartment. And so he did these sweater parties. Let's see what year this was. 2007. So Pratik is right here. Pratik was a coworker. He's a coworker at Goldman, really smart. This is I can't remember based on that expression she has there. Akiko. I think that was Akiko. And there was two women named Akiko at Goldman Sachs in New Jersey. I guess they're talking right there. Yeah, so Akiko Kawabe and the other woman, I can't remember her last name. I think Pratik was right here, and so we were taking a photo. I didn't have the Christmas decorated sweater, so I had a blue sweater that my grandma had given me when I was finishing college at F&M, and I got my U.S. Open hat on there. I had a little bit of beard there, and Pratik is right down in here, and we took a photo there. It's a good photo there, and Pratik is real happy there. So, and this is I forgot her name. That's Akiko as well, and that's Pratik and Akiko there, and Diana. I think her name was Diana, and I don't remember her last name right now, but they're like Facebook and stuff, and they were all taking a photo there. That's Amira Ibrahim. She lived in New York, and she was talking about, I don't know, owning a home, stuff like that, owning an apartment. I think her family was lived in New York, and I mean, this was kind of the apartment. It had these beams in it, and it was they had this big party, and I guess they had a band there that night. I didn't really remember the band there. There's Akiko and Amira. Amira would ask me all these questions at work, and I had I don't want to say I had no idea how to answer, but sometimes when someone I want to say puts you on the spot or something, you're kind of wow, and she was a lot younger. She was I was probably almost 30 years old, and let's see, what year was this? 2007. I was almost 30 years old. I think she had just graduated college or something. So it was the whole internet, Facebook, stuff like that, I mean, it was I didn't, when somebody just kind of, starts asking all these questions, and they're, it was kind of interesting, a couple days at work there. Okay, so we'll go to the 31st here. This is Christine and I on the train. We were just kind of taking the train to Queens, either going out back home to Queens or into New York. We went down to Times Square. Times Square was so busy that day. We got all the different stuff, the planners, all that stuff. I guess I'm trying to see what movie that was. There's police officer there, and it must have been New Year's, but I don't think it was New Year's. Maybe it was early in the day on New Year's Eve. I don't think I stayed for the night, because I guess that says 12/31 in 2007. I don't know what time it was. It's early in the day though, obviously, because I think if you stay for so long, all the way until midnight or whatever, it ends up being a big, sort of a big thing or whatever. There's everybody. Everybody's just walking around, and oh, she probably got tired. 2008, so Happy New Year 2008. So I guess, and this is a shoe, you got the Nike tennis shoes there, and looks like another person celebrating there. must have gone somewhere in the afternoon to get something to eat or something. And that was sort of it. I don't really remember. Okay, we'll go to January. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here's college. Guys from college. We somehow went out at night with the guys I went to college with. I know, man. It's like, okay, we'll go back up. This is John Salami. He was, big guy, at F&M and everything. And let's see. There's just John right there. There's Dave Wallowik and John Salami and Evan Erdberg and there's I forgot his name. Man, I forgot his name. I don't know. Sometimes you remember people's nicknames from college or whatever. So they went out, and this guy's, giving the finger, and his name Christine. And we went to go watch the marathon. Must have been the next day. Let's see. Yeah, it must have been the same day or next day. Went to go watch the marathon. So there's a woman from France. People used to come from Europe and everywhere to go run the marathon. She's got her France logo, shirt. I think they call it a bib, but sometimes that sounds offensive or whatever. But it's got her number on there. She's 30710. So you're like, there's got to be a lot of people running the marathon. Other people have like the team they donate for, stuff like that. All the Gatorade, the Poland Spring Cups, I don't remember if we talked to this man or not. A man back there, it looked like a German flag on his shirt, so he must have maybe been from Germany. Here I went to go watch the Seahawks. They had a Seahawks fan group in New York that would meet to watch some of the Seahawks games, and so, the fans would wear their Seahawks jerseys, and we tried to find a bar. We kept trying to find the right bar to go to, but we kept, like, every couple of years the bar would change, and so people didn't always know exactly where to go. It was like, I think there was a website like Meetup or something, and people post. You can meet up. This looks like it was called the Crow's Nest. I don't know if that was must have been the Upper East Side or maybe the Upper West Side or whatever. So here's going out again. So let's see. I don't know if I have any more. Okay, that's 28th. We did that. Okay, so did these. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all the photos I have on this flash drive. So those are the Howler Monkeys there. I thought there was a photo of me in the Howler Monkeys as well, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, New York is like, it's very competitive, and everybody, if you go after college or whatever, some people, grew up in New York or they're from there or whatever, they have different, jobs and job careers, job paths, all that stuff. People try to get a new job or a better job or, whatever. I mean, it's just a lot of different stuff. So anyhow, I'm going to end there because, I guess I started this. I was trying to get the phone to hook up to there, but I ended up just using a flash drive. So I hope you're doing well. It is kind of late here. I fell asleep earlier and then kind of woke up, so I'm just up kind of late. So I hope you're doing well. Talk to you later. Bye bye.